Okay guys, this is just a little sneak peek. We're going to start off our video number 2. This is rear-wheel drive Honda build number 2. As you guys can see, we added a support bar to the piece we cut out. We measured from this corner to this corner, which is actually, let me get under here. This corner, here, let me back up so you can see that corner to this corner. We measured a support beam so that way it doesn't twist on us. We're not off when we put the motor in. Everything's pretty much lined up. We just tacked it in place. I'm not worried about my welds or anything. We just tacked it in place so that way it'll hold it. It's not moving on us while we go and, you know, bolt it up, or weld it up, I should say. Sneak peek. I'll give you guys a check out this sneak peek. As you guys can see, let me come over here. Where did I put it? I don't want to show you guys yet. Oh, here it is. All right, let me show you guys. What is that? That is the old dash. We have the harness right there. Yup, as you guys can tell, check this out. It actually looks so good. As you guys can tell, what's removed from there is the center console from the Del Sol. Now, I must say, this looks so fucking good. I love the way it's going to come out. I can already tell it's going to be perfect little fit. I'll give you guys a little sneak peek from the back. Check that out. That is our Del Sol consoles, dash, and like a little bit of the center console that we're going to add to it. Check this out. I'll come over here so you guys can see. Check out the fitment. Yes, we have a little bit here. Pretty much I know I'm going to have to make some brackets. What worried me is how it fit up against the glass up there. That kind of came out okay. Once I make the brackets, I think, sorry if the sun's in our way, I think I could get this pushed up at least to right there to hold it. And then once I put the door panels on and everything else, it'll kind of look good. Here we go. I'll give you guys a little sneak peek of what it's going to look like sitting in the passenger. I mean, it looks good already. I love the way it looks. We removed everything. Got everything kind of ready. So what's going to go up here is our gas tank. And what we're going to do is we're going to try and utilize the original lines that lead from the front to the back. If we can't do that, then we'll go with some AN lines. I mean, it's not a big deal. But the most parts we can utilize out of everything is going to make life a lot easier putting this together. So we're going to try and utilize these for the original gas tank, and the gas tank I'm going to go with is, this car has already had an OBD1 gas tank installed. So it's perfect. I'm just going to use the existing one, put it up front, try and do the same, use the same lines that already ran back, so that way when I put the motor in, I can use the existing lines that come all the way to the back almost, and maybe do some AN fittings and whatnot. But I'm telling you guys, it's starting to get a little bit of a look of what we're going to look like. I mean, yeah, she's dirty. It's still the beginning. These we'll put in the other car. Anything I'm trying to save from sun rotting, I'm going to put in the other car. Okay guys, so going through this car, I got everything out pretty much. It's all put over there. I found the harness we need to run the fuel pump if we wanted to run it all the way to a battery switch, which is pretty nice. That's good. Put it over there. Alright. So we got everything out. I left a box in there so I could sit. I'll give you guys a better view of the gas tank. Somebody already did that when I got the car. And I mean, they pretty much did they did a good job, I'm not gonna lie. Pretty much the same thing I would have done. They put a quick disconnect. Looks good. And what really I like about this job is now this is the gas tank we're going to be able to utilize because it's a pump that's submerged. Submerged pump is what we want. We don't want to run an exterior pump where it's out of the gas tank. We want to be able to utilize the kind of like the stock amount of fuel that it is, because this is going to be a track / street car. So I mean, I'm going to build this for nighttime racing, daytime fun, rainy days, you name it. So as you can see here, they pretty much found the fuel lines that ran to the front and did their job here by adding some line all the way to the tank, which is perfect because now this is where I'm going to have my starting point, if I can, for my fuel system. So that way I don't have to run lines from here all the way to the front. This just makes it much easier. You see, little by little things like this, they'll add up and make it a lot easier to put everything together. So that's a plus right there. As I told you guys before, we're pretty much going to cut out all the way up to where the front seats would end and your feet would go. So we're going to cut all the way from right here back out. So just pretty much think of, here, let me get a better view. I'll move to the front. Just think of a square pretty much cut out of all of that. We're going to cut all that out and insert that. And like I said before in the last video, yes, that looks a little high, but I already started lowering the coilovers and it's going to work out. So, and like I said, I'm so excited for how this dash looks. Like, here, I'll sit in the middle. I'm so excited for how this dash looks because to me, it looks like we're going to be able to work with this center console here, make that pretty much like a plug-and-play system, and I think we might even get away with the handbrake. I'm not sure. I do have shift linkages. I have pretty much everything I need to get this going. What I just really wanted to do is cut that front piece off to just get this project in motion, guys, because I mean, fuck, I've been thinking about this for a long ass time. I mean, and what's a great way to separate you from other people is the builds you do, you know, the type of work you put into them. And, you know, I don't buy my cars already built. I mean, they come hunks of junk like the Shell, you know, like this Del Sol, like, I mean, this isn't pretty much a hunk of junk. Yeah, the back windows broke out, but I do have an extra right there, as you guys can see. So it's not really a big deal, but I mean, like I said, I don't want to ruin this car because this is pretty much intact. I like it. Interior is good. Yes, it needs to be cleaned up, but other than that, I mean, she's good. I would start it up for you guys. Yeah, the key's all fucked up, but I mean, let's see. Oh, we don't get anything on the dash. Our battery's dead. Yeah. Alright. So, I mean, other than that, like I said, I like this car, and eventually I'm just gonna make it. So we got a couple pieces of the blah. Okay guys, so we got a couple pieces that we're gonna use lined up here so we can wash them off. I kind of already started washing the dash off because they're all dusty and stuff. So we know the dash is gonna fit. The center console, I already test fitted it a little bit. It's gonna sit a little bit high, so what I think I'm gonna do is I might cut it, do some fiberglassing to it, and then get that to fit. But I know this center console, kind of where the handbrake goes, I'm gonna get that to fit. So I'm gonna try to get everything to fit nicely up in there, so it kind of has like a go-karty Del Sol theme as well, because I mean that's the whole point. So just gonna wash this shit off. I mean, by the time this goes in the car and everything, it's going to be all dry. So don't worry about water being in places you don't want it to be. I mean, yeah, theoretically, you don't want water where electricity is going to go, but like I said, it's going to be all dry. You don't want to add pieces that later you're going to be like all bummed out and shit because they look all shitty. I mean, come on. If you're going to do it, you might as well do it in a process that's going to be correct, so you don't have to add more work to yourself. Let me turn this around. Let's open this up. Oh, look at all that shit in there. I don't want to dump it out just yet, but we will pull the tray out. Somebody burnt this thing. Oh, that's why the screw's sticking out a little bit. Alright, hold on, let me see if I grab this screwdriver real quick. I'll fix this up. I'll be right back. Okay, I got it all. Oh. Wash that crud out of there. Here's our cup holders. Right, Honda's cup holders. I mean, who the fuck is gonna be drinking coffee while you're banging gears, right? I mean, I get people like them, but how many times do you really fucking use it? How many times are those Circle K cups don't fucking fit in there and then they topple over and shit? You end up not even using the damn thing. Alright. Kind of lay it on its side right now. Alright guys, let's do a quick tape measure. We're going to measure from this pinch weld all the way to the other pinch weld, and we're going to see what we get. Then we're going to measure inside the car and see where that gets us. I've already done this rough before, so I kind of know where it's going to go. I just want to show you guys. So roughly 56. So we're going to take it here and we're just going to lock it in. Lock that sucker in. Then we'll go inside the car. We'll mock this up. So I already know it's going to go a little bit past the original pinch welds, but not too much. So you can see how much past that goes, right? And then I'll show you over here. We'll come straight over here. There's not a bend. There might be a little bend towards the top. And you can see we're right at 56. So we have that much overlap, which is barely anything, and over here. So we can take that overlap and pretty much adjust it, pull it back like maybe a half an inch. So we get half an inch on each side. And then, it's kind of hard doing it with one hand. And then you'll see exactly where that's going to end up. And that right there is actually the most outer part of the whole frame. So it's actually right here. And as you can see from a top view, it curves inwards, right? So we're taking measurements from the back because the back is where everything is most widest. So that leaves us pretty much, we can pretty much utilize, I want to utilize this whole thing because it makes everything so much more stiff than trying to scrap it together. So if you can just add that, it's going to be much more, even that much more better. So as you guys can see, we're going to end up pretty much somewhere like right around here on both sides, which is perfect because I already know that this fender, I'm going to have to lengthen it maybe about a half a foot maybe, but I'm not sure yet, and that's gonna be on both sides. So it's gonna have like this little wide body type of stance to it, which is gonna be, I mean, chill as fuck. I mean, I enjoy it. I know others are gonna enjoy it once it's done. So that's pretty much a little bit of the measuring that we have to do, just so we know, you know, everything's gonna go in there nice and smooth when we pick this whole car up and bring this in. So I mean, and little as little by we go. We're going little by little. So I mean, just hang in there. Like I said, subscribe, and you'll know exactly how to do one of these in your backyard by the time we're done. So that's pretty much for this video, guys. We're gonna wrap it up. We got everything removed out of here that we need to get removed. Next video, we'll start cutting this out, taking the suspension out, taking the gas tank out, jacking this up, getting it ready to cut out, make all our marks, and start cutting stuff out. So that way we can start actually mocking things inside and getting this project on a roll. I mean, once this is inside this car, I mean, it's going to be a rock and roll game from there on out. I mean, the hardest part is getting this into here and supported. Other than that, I mean, shit, we're fucking ready to rock and roll, guys. I think this is going to be great. I mean, I'm not going to give it a time limit because I'm going to take my time as we go, but trust me, it's going to come out good. As you guys can see, we did add that brace as well. I don't have a video of that, I'm sorry, but you know, in the beginning of this video I showed you guys that already. And if you guys need any parts, I mean, hit me up, right? And that's it for this video. I'll see you guys on the next video, which will be build number